I don't want that. There we go. What is happening, everyone? Matty B here again with the beers, with the beats, with the mixer, because we just got a brand new Pioneer DJM 750 Mark II.
What up?
This new mixer is a huge step up from the old Pioneer DJM 400 I was using. And it can do a lot of cool stuff that for an old guy like me is mind-blowing. But before I get into all of that, I had to figure out just how to hook it up to my computer. And before I tell you about that, you can make sure you can see this mixer in action on our weekly Twitch stream every Sunday, noon Pacific. For a lot of people using newer digital mixers, are going to be like, yeah, no shit. You just plug it in, you click some settings, and you're done. But for me, it wasn't in the manual. I couldn't find any tutorials online, and nobody I asked knew how to do it properly. So I did some experimenting, and I finally figured it out. This setup is for external audio sources only. So my turntables here, CDJs, not for DVS. For DVS, I'm using my old SL1 from Serato because I didn't want to fuck with drivers. I didn't want to fuck with voice meter and its garbage interface. I didn't want to fuck with record box. So only external sources. And finally, before we get into it, I want to give a huge shout out and thanks to Mr. Catch22, who gave me some pointers and help along the way to try to get it figured out. We couldn't quite do it, but after some experimenting, I was happy to report back to him with exactly how we got it done. And of course, the biggest of shout outs to Mr. Billy Lane with this amazing comment after I asked if you could do DVS and OBS at the same time with one USB cable, no fucking with other stuff. Thank you so much, Billy. Okay, here we go. So the setup right now is I have a record playing on my right deck, which is channel 3. There is nothing coming out of the master because I have that turned all the way down and I use my booth to play on my speakers. If I go up on our volume here, we don't hear anything. And there's many reasons why. So over here is the DJM 750 MK2 setting utility. By default, USB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is your control vinyls for your 4 decks. And USB 910 is your record out. Record out is what would go into OBS to capture your audio. The problem is OBS only recognizes USB 1, 2. So what was really confusing me was that you cannot get 910 into OBS, only 1, 2. And all of these are grayed out. I assumed you couldn't change them, but you can. So all you have to do, change USB 1, 2 to record out. Set your output level to -5 decibels to get the maximum volume. Then just change any of your input devices. I'm using mic aux. You can use an audio input capture. You can, whatever. Change that to line in channel 2 DJM 750 MK2. And there we go. That is the whole process. And there we have it. It was that easy. The hardest part was just figuring out what I needed to do because I couldn't find anything online that actually said what I was supposed to do to get it done working properly. And with all of that, I love this mixer. It is probably the best thing I've bought for this whole setup since I got these 1200s 20 years ago. As always, big shout out to our patrons. Check out our merch store that I never promote for some reason. Thanks for watching. Peace. What a